grabbing things, doing the poltergeist thing, or there's something else that's going on that at the time you were really just like, what could it possibly be besides a ghost story? So I do feel like that's very smart.
Yeah, it is because I felt like immediately, and like they jump into this premise within like 5 minutes of the opening of the film. So like I was like sort of immediately engaged on like, okay, so is the doll alive, or is there a spirit in the house controlling the doll, or is this just something else? Is it something weirder with the parents? And I was like, so you're kind of wondering. You spend most of this movie like wondering, and the movie plays, with you by like having scenes where you never actually see the doll move, but it has a little bit of like that Chucky quality, like before they actually reveal that the doll can move, of like strange things happening and there's a doll sitting around and you're kind of like, what the fuck's going on? So like, despite the fact that that segment of the film maybe goes on a bit too long, I mean, there's only so many scenes you can watch of like girl walks through the spooky mansion and is
sees
like,
the doll.
What is going on? Oh no. Like, so it has a few too many of those, but I will say that like the actual, the way that they deploy it is stronger than I've seen in other films, and like suits some of the story, and especially the way that they kind of like dole out the information. Like I was really creeped out by the performances by like the parents, and when they eventually say that they're leaving her alone with the doll, and like the mom goes up to her and says, "I'm so sorry," and like, don't upset him, because he'll lash out at you or whatever, and you're not sure like what they know, or like, because at first you think like this is all they're doing, and then you realize that maybe something in the house is controlling them, and so like it kind of shifts what you think the like what's happening is, and it constantly complicates it by being like, oh, like for a little bit I actually thought it might be the parents, and then the parents seemed genuinely freaked out, and then I had to reevaluate. I was like, what the hell is going on?
And then they have that scene too where they kill themselves together with the rock, like, so it establishes right away, like, well, not right away, but like, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes in, that it can't be the parents. So then your mind starts to go like, okay, well, that erases one possibility. So what could the other thing be without being cliche? Because you don't want it to be just, you don't want the reveal to be just
the boy's
like,
presence is in the house.
It's just, it's just, it is a ghost. That's the story. There you go. So I do like that they keep, knocking down the dominoes, as it were, until it finally gets to that ending where, I guess we'll go with it now.
Yeah, no, let's do it. Yeah, let's jump into it.
Is that the boy is actually a grown man now, but he's living inside the walls of the mansion, which is
so he never actually died in the fire. He survived in the house, and he's been living in the walls, sort of like we're going to be talking about it soon, but apparently this is sort of a similar premise to what it happens in Castle Freak.
Oh, cool.
So like people were saying that it actually has, and there's also another movie that people seem to compare it to that I can't
was wondering remember. If this idea had been done before, because I do like it a lot.
Yeah, apparently there's like 2 or 3 previous like hardcore exploitation films that have done this before. I'm while you continue talking about it, I'm gonna look up what the other film was, but like I was surprised to see that this movie actually did have like a real deal exploitation movie level twist.
Yes, and that's where so this is the moment that I've been waiting for, because I knew about the spoiler. I was upset about it because it is a very good twist, and it's well shot too. The way that they do it is this boyfriend comes, an abusive ex-boyfriend of the lead, and he's very much a dickhead, very aggressive, very manipulative, controlling, all that. And what he does is he finds out that she has this kind of obsession with the doll because of all the things that we've seen prior, and he obviously thinks that that's insane, and to prove his point that it's insane, he takes the doll and he smashes it into a million pieces. And that's when the portrait of the family, correct me if I'm wrong, it like pretty much explodes in a way, does it not?
Yeah, no, because I think he like breaks through it, or somehow it breaks.
Yeah,
and but either way, his hand reaches out, and then you get to see
and the hand shot too.
The mask.
is great because he does this creepy thing where he takes out his hands really slowly and then like curves his wrists and then grabs the wall. It almost seems very like, and he's lanky, so it seems very Creature-esque, which I enjoyed as well. And then of course you have Daniel Pearl, who's just, you know, he's shooting a crazed masked man again for the first time in 40 years. So he's like,
obviously the cinematographer between Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, like that actually is what the vibe it gave me when you watch like this sort of like stunted man with a beard living in the walls, and then he comes out and he's wearing the porcelain mask that matches Brahms the boy. So he's wearing like a crafted version of his younger face, but you can see all the dirt and grime and beard like poking out of it and stuff.
Incredibly thick Italian chest hair.
Yeah, and honestly, it is just a really, really well